Hey guys, today me and Toya is going to be showing you guys how to make tofu. As we travel abroad in Southeast Asia, we're going to show you guys different Asian meals that we learn to cook, different items that we implement into our breakfast, lunch, or dinner as we travel on this expedition. Right now we're in Vietnam, Hanoi, Vietnam, but we're in the Bac Dang district, and tofu is a very common item here that they use, and we've learned to cook it, and I'm going to show you guys today what I do with tofu. Okay, here's the items. I just broke out 4 pieces of tofu. I usually use some bean sprouts with it, but my most common ingredients that I use with the tofu is onion, tomato, ginger, and garlic. And usually after I'm done frying the tofu, which I'm about to show you in a minute, then I'll go ahead and use all my chopped up ingredients to infuse into the tofu. First, I start off by cutting small squares of tofu, about this size, and about that thick. This makes it for some good eating. Once it's done, you have plenty of pieces to pick up and eat with. So I take one tofu and I chop it into several pieces. Okay, I usually start off by using some cooking oil. It's in Vietnamese, but in Asian countries they have all different type of cooking oils you can use, and this is a pretty cheap one right here that we like using. It's only 35,000 dong, so it makes for good use. Just pour some oil in your pan. You want to get a good fair amount of oil in there. Then I go ahead and I place each square in here one by one. Now, if you notice, my heat wasn't on yet, because you don't want to cook tofu at a high heat. They'll burn very easily. You just want to brown them on each side and take them out of the pan. So we want to start our heat to something a little medium, maybe about right here. And as it begins to heat up, then you'll go ahead and increase your heat, and then you'll turn your heat back down to medium so you don't burn your tofu. You don't want it to be dry. You want it to be really airy and fluffy, but still chewy. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and prepare my onion. Everybody know onions make you cry, so I want to just get this guy out of the way first. You want to get your fresh tomato, and this is going to be the last ingredient that you're going to add to your tofu. Preferably, Toya likes a lot of tomatoes, so we're going to actually use 2. But I'm going to show you guys the best way to use it in tofu is to cut it into small dices like this right here. You cut it into these small dices, and it's very delicious. Helps soak up some of the flavor that I'm going to create. Next, we want to do our garlic. Now, I've seen on YouTube a lot of people have so many techniques on how to get garlic out of the clove, and I really don't mind peeling it away, knowing that every little piece of garlic is nice and ready to go into the pan. So what I do is I cut the butt end of the garlic off right here, and
then I peel from that point. So I cut it like this, just a little bit, and then I peel from that point so that I can peel the rest of the garlic clean. Once you get your garlic nice and clean, you just want to go ahead and slice and dice this bad boy up as much as possible, because when you throw it into the pan, the aroma is out of this world. It's just gonna infuse whatever you cook, whatever you're using. And so I like to dice it up pretty good so it lets out a lot of that good aroma and flavor into your meal. Okay guys, here's your ginger. You want to make sure you wash it clean. It should look something similar to this after you're done washing your ginger root clean. And then all you want to make sure you do is you want to take a peeler. Some people slice their ginger, but just take the peeler and just trim your ginger like so. And make sure you trim it all around and you get all those dark edges and spots that you see, because that's the part that you don't want in your tofu. Okay, ginger is very powerful, so you don't need a whole lot of it, but here's your shaved ginger root, and I'll show you guys how you should cut it up in here. Pretty similar to cutting the way you cut the garlic, but ginger is much more tougher than garlic, so you gotta put a little muscle in it when you cut it. And you just want to dice it up really good, because if you ever bite into a raw piece of ginger, it's gonna actually taste a little more spicier than sweet. Ginger is not naturally sweet. People usually make it sweet, and it gives meals a wonderful flavor, man, especially this tofu that I'm gonna show you guys. I learned how to cook here. So that's about it. You just want to dice it up really good like so. This is what your tofu should look like while you're frying it. You don't want to put it on such a high heat and overcook it too fast, but you just want to brown it on each side just like this. And as long as it's brown on each side like this, it's cooked all the way through. Then you just want to take the tofu like so and brush all the cooked pieces separate from the oil. You're going to use the same oil to sizzle up all your vegetables and ingredients that you add to your tofu. Now they're going to seem, some are going to seem hard, some will seem soft. That's okay, because once you add the rest of the ingredients, it's going to change the texture of the tofu anyway. First thing you want to add to your pan, I mean, there's not any perfect order, but I like to throw the ginger in first, the garlic, the onion, and we do the tomato last, because everybody knows tomato will mush up on you whenever it's heated up, so we do the tomato last just to hold the integrity of the tomato. And you just give everything a good nice shift around in here. Immediately you start to smell this wonderful flavor of the garlic and the ginger and the onions all infused together. And you just want to let this cook for a little while. Okay, once your onions and garlic and ginger has caramelized in the pan, you just want to go ahead and add your tofu back in, just like this. This is a Vietnamese sauce that I use in the tofu. You don't want to use too much of it because it does have quite a bit of sodium in it, but this is not soy sauce. This is a sauce similar to something like what you use when you eat dumplings. If you guys ever had steamed dumplings or fried dumplings, I can't pronounce the name of it, but as you can see on the bottle it says Chin Su, but I can't pronounce the name of it in Vietnamese language of what the sauce originally is called. But you want to use a little bit of this guy right here, just like this. And that should be enough. Then you want to give everything a good, nice stir. It should look like this right here. And now you just want to go ahead and you want to add your tomatoes, because your tofu, your ingredients is all done. You want to cut the heat, and you just want to give your tomatoes a quick little fold into your dish. And voila, there you go. Some delicious tofu.